Barbecue fam, Chris here from White Bulls Barbecue, and today we're going to be doing a full packer brisket. Cannot wait to throw it on the Traeger Ironwood 885. We're going to go super smoke for the first 3 hours at 225, now we're going to bump it up to 250. We got a 9-pound packer. It was a 12.5-pound packer. Trimmed it up last night, gave it the dry brine with the rub and a little bit of taco uppercut, and now we're ready to throw it on that Ironwood 885. So smash that like and subscribe, hit that bell, and we're gonna see you out there on the tripod. I'm gonna throw this thing on the smoker. Let's get it rolling.
Alright, so what we have here is a 9-pound packer after trim. You can see it's nice and seasoned up. The rub for beef, taco uppercut. More the rub for beef than taco uppercut. Both will be available, link down below in the description, as always, whitebullsbarbecue.com. So, the point of doing a dry brine is to let these salts and flavors really soak into the meat overnight. I suggest at least an 8-hour dry brine before you cook. Alright, let's throw this on the Ironwood.
Alright, so today's all about brisket. Maybe it's your first brisket, maybe it's your 5th brisket. It doesn't matter, because today you're going to learn how to make the best brisket possible with all my tips and tricks. So we got this thing going at 225 on the Ironwood 885. I have super smoke, so you know I'm using it. You might not have super smoke. 225 for the first 2-3 hours is really where you want to go. You're going to get the best smoke ring. Then you crank it up to 250, or if you even want to go a little faster, 275. You'll be fine. So we got this rolling at 225. We just threw her on. She's looking great. We'll be back in another hour to give it a spritz, just water. We'll see you then. Let's do this. You got this. Alright guys, so it's been an hour now, rolling at 225 on that super smoke. Mother Nature's trying to stop me by raining, but nothing stops the Traeger and nothing stops the brisket. So let's go. Ooh. Already looking great. Just water on the spritz. Good old H2O. We do this for 2 reasons. To keep moisture in the meat and to give the smoke something to grab. So when it's on super smoke, even more imperative. If you don't have super smoke, that's fine too. Spritzing's always a great idea. We'll see you in another hour. Back for another spritz. Let's go. 2 hours in, time for another spritz. We'll be back in an hour. Let's go. Alright, the 3-hour mark. Been rolling at 225 on super smoke. We've been spritzing once an hour. Now we're gonna kick it up to 250 for the rest of the way. Looking great. Let's take a closer look. Phenomenal. We'll be back in another hour for another spritz. Alright guys, so this is the 4-hour mark. The rain has subsided. That is our brisket. We've been rolling at 250 now for an hour. We'll spritz it. Then we're gonna probe it. Right about 150, just about 150. Figuring about another hour, hour and a half, we'll be wrapping this bad boy. So we'll be back in an hour, get another spritz under, give it another probe. Damn, it's looking good.
5-hour mark. 2 hours now, rolling at 250. And it's looking amazing. We're gonna spritz it. Wow. This really does look great. We'll be back in about a half hour to see where it's at. While we're here, we'll probe it. Make sure we're not at 165 yet. We're right at 161, so we got a little bit to go. A little fumble there. Alright, we're gonna probe it while we're here and see, make sure it's not over 165. Right at 160. In case you guys were wondering, we've been rolling all day with Traeger hickory. Smelling amazing. It's gonna give us a nice bark. This probably has about another hour before we wrap it. So we'll be back in another hour to give this a look, give it a probe, and probably get to wrapping it. We'll see you then. Alright guys, so this is about the 8-hour mark. It's reading dead center. It's climbing and climbing. Right around 165. It hit the stall about an hour ago. I've been spritzing it every hour, once an hour. And now it's time to wrap it. Take a look at that. This thing is beautiful. Incredible. Really. Unreal. Alright guys, so we're gonna wrap it up. Heavy duty foil. This is called the Texas Crutch. Alright guys, so we're at the 8-hour mark. We just wrapped it and we call that the Texas Crutch. Once you hit the stall, which is somewhere between 160 and 170, it'll take forever to get over 170, which is called the stall. So to aid that, we do the Texas Crutch, which basically you wrap it in foil. It helps it get the temperature faster, and I also believe it's the only way to go because it retains the most moisture. You're gonna have to wrap it at the end of this cook anyways for the rest. You might as well start saving that juice early. So we'll be back in another hour. We're gonna probe it again. I'm hoping to be somewhere around 180. We'll see you in an hour. Alright guys, so it's been all in all about a 10-hour cook. It's been wrapped for 2 hours. We wrapped it at 165. We're about to probe it, see if it's at 200. If it's above 200, we're gonna probe around for that butter feel. You'll know it when you feel it. There's really no other way to explain it. So you take a probe, dead center. Oh, if it goes in like butter, you know. Climbing, 201. Right at about 202, dead center. Oh. Yeah, it's reading 205 on the flat. Just like butter. And it's reading 207, 208 on the point. Let's pull it off, put it down for a rest.
Alright, so all in all, a 10-hour cook. The greatness that awaits you is in this Cambro, and it'll be worth all 10 hours, I promise you. Sometimes they tend to go longer, but I pull mine around 205 with that butter probe tender feel. Man, I just cannot wait. You might not have a Cambro laying around, but you want to put it in something like a cooler, something that's sealed that'll hold heat well. The link will be below for this Cambro, always in the description below. Basically guys, the reason that we do this is because it lets your meat just rest and soak that juice back up like a sponge. SpongeBob brisket pants is what you can call me, because I go for a 2-hour rest. It's a 1 hour minimum. That's like a law. But 2 hours to me, in my experience, is the sweet spot. Any longer than 2 hours is too long. Anything under 2 hours isn't long enough. But an hour will suffice if you're in a jam. So we're gonna let this rest in the Cambro. Then I'll see you on the cutting board. It's about to get in my belly. Hit that like and subscribe. Hit that bell. And then I'm gonna hit this brisket. Alright, barbecue fam, so here we have it, the end result. This thing is looking incredible. I cannot wait to slice this up. Now what we're gonna do is, this is still fat cap up, that's how I cook it. We have the beautiful Dow Strong bull nose, 10-inch Shogun series. And I'm gonna separate that decal before we even cut it, because as you can see, listen to that bark. It's like a dog outside. Bark, bark, barking. So yes, we're gonna take this because the grains are going a different direction, as you can see. In the flat, the grains are going this way. So if you cut it like this and you get both of the flat and the point in the same cut, you're gonna naturally have grains run in different ways. That's when you get brisket in your teeth. So let's split this decal. It's not hard, see? And I got this brisket, remember, because I said, look at that juicy, 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 juicy piece of meat. Juice is just oozing out. So now we have the point separated and we have the flat. Now remember, I got this specifically because I wanted more point than really flat. That's why I picked this brisket. If you remember, the flat was really thin. So enough talking, this looks phenomenal. It looks super juicy. The bark, as you see, is really good from this amazing hickory smoke off that Ironwood 885. We did 3 hours super smoke. Enough talking, guys. It is time. Wow. Look at the grains just trying to separate. This point, it's gonna be amazing. I could just tell. Make sure that you stay against the grains. Look at that. I could just flex the whole thing if I really wanted. Again, you want to go against the grain. Nice smoke ring. Very defined. Looks fantastic. Now this is like all 1/2-inch thick slices. Oh wow. Juice just exploded down this end. That is what you're looking for in your point. Look at that. Incredible. Nice and juicy. Grains kind of pulling apart. No problem.
Oh my God. The taste and texture is pretty perfect. Wow, just unbelievable. Here's another piece. Amazing bark. Some of the best bark I've ever had. Let's go for another piece. Got that shimmer and shine going on. Oh yeah. Know it, learn it, love it. Brisket. And that is the point for you. I'm gonna chop it up. Keep it pretty nice over here. I'm gonna get some pictures after this, honestly, so keep it pretty intact over here. We know at this point that point is money. Straight cash money. Cash out at the casino money. But here, I'll give you one more strip. You see the fat and how it has a yellowing to it? That's a good mark of incredible brisket, because that means the fat has rendered, but not only has it rendered, that seasoning has made its way into that fat, and you can guarantee it's just all delicious. That is gonna be incredible. I actually can't resist. I'm gonna eat this right now. I'll give you one last look at this point before I devour my piece. Also, look at the bark. Yeah, that has my name on it. Oh. Candy. Meat candy. Incredible. I honestly believe the point is the best part of the brisket. All right. So we're gonna move our point off to the side. Keep it nice and neat. I got amazing pictures to take. Gotta get the amazing pictures. And then we're gonna cut this flat. Time to cut this flat. And the flat actually looks extremely tender. Always a good sign. Look at that. Even the flat is amazing. Oh yeah. Great flavor on the flat. Just jumping apart. Look at that. Wow. You guys want your brisket to be this amazing, then just follow the steps. Look at this. Incredible flat. Look, I could just pull it apart, grain from grain. Super tender. Incredible. That D-rub for beef, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what, guys, it's just incredible. WhiteBullsBarbecue.com all day and night. We will proudly serve you the best damn barbecue ever. Wow. If you guys couldn't tell, I tend to have a lot of fun with cutting up my brisket. Now you're not gonna get amazing bark up on the top of this flat because I cook fat side up. But in case you're wondering, there's some bark for you. Still very juicy. We don't play games. Leave that for Xbox. Best damn barbecue ever. It's not the best damn barbecue once in a while. It's not the best damn barbecue when we feel like it. It's the best damn barbecue ever. And that's all the time. Just to give you an idea, I'll give you one more close up. Amazing bark. This is by far the best bark I've ever had, literally. And I've done hundreds of briskets. It was the first one I did on the Ironwood 885. Look at it. It's textbook. It's all over my hands, but you can tell. That was pepper and salt and garlic and a lot of great things. Look at it on this. Oh, look at the juiciness. Hit that like and subscribe. And just like it should, pulls right apart. This is literally a perfect brisket, guys. Like and subscribe. Learn how to make the best brisket you possibly can. If you like it, go and put a ring on it. Look at that.
Alright guys, so all in all, a 10-hour cook on the Traeger Ironwood 885. Hit that super smoke for 3 hours at 225, and then we kicked it up to 250 the rest of the way for the next 7 hours. If you don't have a Traeger, you're gonna probably fall somewhere in the range of 8 to 12 hours. So similar cook, follow the steps. I know you learned something today. I'm proud to have brought it to you. Hit that like and subscribe. We got plenty more coming your way. Comment below what you want to see, and if you want the rubs, the link is below in the description. WhiteBullsBarbecue.com. The best damn barbecue ever. I'll see you next time on the tripod. Let me leave my crown here. Brisket King.